Good morning, Michael. Hi, how are you? Thanks for waiting. I tried to make it last week. I went to the studio for the lesson and I tried to film the video. However, it was just too loud. There's so many people inside hitting balls and I couldn't make a damn thing because I couldn't film it. Anyway, so I waited until the snow to melt. Now you can see the snow is all gone, so I can make a video here, which is much better than making inside. So thanks for waiting again. I'm very sorry that I should have made this much earlier, but I want to make sure that you get this before your next trip. So so we went to Florida. We played 4 rounds of golf, and I get to see how much you have improved, and I was very impressed how much you improved for since last year. And your drivers, you're hitting a lot more confidently. Ball is going a lot further, more straighter, and I'm sure in the beginning we talked about alignment, and you weren't so comfortable. So which is fine. I know you worked so hard to get up to this point. I just, for as a coach, I want you to play better golf. However, if it's uncomfortable for you, or if something you don't want to change, that's totally understandable. I don't want to argue or force my teaching, or but I want to give you something you need, and but I just want to make sure that if you prefer to go that route, I want to make sure that I give the right tools and guidelines to hit balls, uh, hit achieve, hit as good as you can be. So, so first thing is first. I want to congratulations on reaching your goal. You worked so hard. You played what? How many rounds you told me? That's great, and you belongs to nice club, and I want you to keep doing that. Whenever you have time, please hit the range or hit a couple holes. That's totally, that's perfect. And I thank you for your hard work and love for the game, and thank you for trusting my teaching and working your dedication. So, um, so before I talk about what I want, what we should, what I learned, what I saw, before we talk about what I want you to do, I want to talk about positive things first. So first thing is that you're playing. So whenever you hit an iron driver, I can see you're working on that release down the line and try to, you know, what I taught you. And also we talked about the rotation, our wrist, opening and closing. And now this is flipping where we want to open and close. This is very good. Okay. Now the tendency is that as we talked about, when you get too tired, you might not able to rotate as much as you would like, and especially when, like you told me, that at the second round your body get tense, your body get tired, so your rhythm is off, your balance is off, then what you have a hard time controlling this rotation timing, which is understandable. So we talked about getting a maybe lighter shaft, lighter claw, where a little more flexible, so that when you, for the playing 36 hole, you're, if or if your body is tired, feel tired that day, then you could switch the lighter claw, flexible shaft. But when you're feeling good and you want to go for it, then you might want to hit it a little more stronger or more steeper shot. That's totally fine. I think that's the best idea I can give you, which you gave me. I think that's great. Okay, so so one thing that I noticed is that yes, our line, we're aiming a little to right, which is fine. Um, to you, for me, it is. To you, it's not. That's totally fine. Okay, what I say is not what you see. So I'm going by what you see. So you're aiming straight. Just make sure that your shoulder is not closed, which means I want to still make sure that your shoulder is not too close. I know it's easier to do that because when you want to hit it, really bomb the driver. Our It's easy to do this, then you can see this is my left shoulder is much higher, then you might, or push it to the right more often, and hard time closing that face, so you leave it to the right. Now second thing is, you talked about the irons, because whenever you have a tendency to hit it right, whenever you tend to hit it left, you said that at address you want to leave the club more open. So you told me that you want to leave the club open at address and hit it that way. but we saw that at the range that it didn't really have it didn't the ball didn't really go to right. Okay, it's because it's a deep plane. Yes, you're right. If the face is open, yes, ball should go right. Absolutely correct. But our body is that whenever you see that club, our unconscious mind kicks in, and you want to rotate the face quick and much quicker, which means that if you want to, which means that that club's gonna close much faster than when we set the club at the neutral. So for you is that it's my recommendation when you see your ball goes when you see your ball goes to the left, what I would like you to do is just put the club in the same position, don't open it, just the grip weak. We talked about the weak grip, which means that you have weak grip means basically you turn the handle to the left. So basically you want your palm to be poising high. Now why is that? Is that because you have a more range of motion open and less range of motion close, which means that you're not gonna close the face as much as you would with the strong grip. Now, in my past video, we talked about what I explained to you what the strong grip is. Strong grip means you have a more rotation, more range of motion when the club is closing, and less range of motion when the club's opening. So in this way, let's say your ball goes left, okay? Now, not the quick fix, the better fix for you, I would think, is not change your alignment or anything like that, is that just weaken your grip a little bit, which means that's not from the neutral point. I want you to just slightly turn grip to the left so that you have less chance rotating, okay? Now, if it other way around, if your ball goes to right, then you can a little strong up your grip and you make a more range of motion when you're closing. Now, only reason I can teach you what recommend uh, this is because you like to do is we like to do is open and close. This is what you're very comfortable with. So I'm very and oh sorry. And I just want to say that that's very I mean, I told you like before, I cannot even do it. Not that I cannot, but it's hard for me to do it. But you do it perfectly. I think you do that much better than I can. So um, something I should learn. But uh, so make sure that when we turn. Now another thing is that make sure when we release on a plane angle, you know, down the plane line rather than coming up. So you tend to do that because that's a habit you've been building up. So when we coming down at posture and impact, make sure we release on the down the plane line, okay, and roll, okay, down the plane line and roll. Now for driver and iron, it's different, right? Driver, you want to release it more out, right? Why is that? Because a longer club, you want to hit the ball in an off slope, right? So ascending follow. So you want to release the driver more out, whereas iron, you want to release the down the plane like close to the ball. So for example, if a driver, if you want to release it, you want to release at this point. For the iron, you want to release at this point, but they all release at the what? Same plane, like a plane angle. Never comes out, okay? So if you can focus on that, I think you will do fine. Just when the ball goes right and left, don't just focus on your swing. Try to adjust with your grip. I think that's the easiest way, and you're not gonna mess with the other parts of your swing. So quick on that. And also I want to talk about your sand wedge. Now on the wedges, we talked about the different grinding and different the bounce, right? And I told you that your typical club doesn't have a right grinding. Grinding means like a different ground. So it's harder for you to hit get it out of sand than I can because I have a bit easier grounds to get it out. So make sure that at the dress, make sure we talked about this. Make sure you throw the sand at the hole, right? We're not gonna just dig into the sand. That's not what we're trying to do because the ball's gonna go up, but it's not going any distance. So what we want to do is make sure we throw the sand at the target, right? We want to throw the sand rather than just hit it hard as you can. Okay, and when we're hitting further distance, longer bunker shot, we want to make sure that the loft you don't open as much. The more open, it's going to go higher. Okay, now we talked about the short. So you told me when do I open the club? Okay, we open the club and the short. This we're talking about like in less than anywhere between 15 and inside the 15. Okay, and you notice that when you're on TV, I know when we were working on the same shot, we noticed that really swing at it up to the finish, right? And like so, make sure you all the way go up to the finish and try to swing as hard as you can, but not digging in. Try to throw the blast the sand out of the blast the sand to the bunker. Okay. Uh, that's about it. And also putting, make sure that when you work on the putting, make sure we hold putting and make sure we hold the putt. Okay, you do. I think the routine is good. Just make sure that we hold the putt. Make sure we hold on to the finish rather than just hit and let go. Okay. What else? Okay. Oh yeah. And when you just make sure that when you get quicker, when you're tired, when you're not feeling hitting that well, start over a bit. Start all over again, which means check from your alignment, not the alignment I'm talking about. Don't think too much on your swing. What is just relax, just focus on the target. Make sure you stand behind the ball. Make sure you pick up the right target. Make sure you see the ball fly. Try to visualize, because I feel like you're good enough to swing the club the way you want. It's just the anxiety, and sometimes you play too quick, or sometimes you're rushed to the shot. That makes you basically, I want you to get ready for the shot. Okay, so don't rush it. Make sure you stand behind the ball. Try to visualize. Main focus to the target, because your swing is there. Okay, it's not gonna go anywhere. I know you're a little afraid that your swing will go backwards. You won't. You work so hard, and you're gonna improve from now on, no matter what. That I can promise you on that. So, be positive. Uh, be positive and just focus on the target. Okay, please let me know how you do, and I'm so excited. I want to hear how you play, and I know that this year will be exciting for you. And then we'll have a new goals. I know you want to get it down to single digit handicap. Also, you want to win your flight. And I talked to Chris, who's Chris Fusaro. He told me that his locker room is right next to you. So hopefully we can get out together this year. And I'm here to help you, and I just love how you play golf. Okay, I love how much you have improved. So please show me what you can do this year, and I'm always next to you and try to help. Thank you so much, Michael, and enjoy this season. Thank you.